I have chosen you 12 as my apostles.
Don't feel any different?
I don't need you to feel anything to do great things.
And one of the things that I like about your character is the idea that he's an observer, but also in the throes of it all. He's watching how others respond to things, but then he's the first to say, I have my own life outside of what you may or may not know. Talk to me a little bit about getting into the mentality of him.
Yeah, it's funny, when I first read the pilot all that time ago, I really connected to Andrew because he was introduced as almost this like mysterious character in the back, kind of leading Simon through this fight, telling him when to duck a punch, when to take a hit, and I really was kind of intrigued by who would be that instead of the one out front. And I think last season, there's this scene in episode 3 where we're sitting around the campfire, and I say, I feel like I'm living someone else's life. And sometimes I definitely relate to that. And so I try to bring that to life, and it's so wonderful to know that I think fans are responding to Andrew, but also just the show as a whole.
Absolutely, and I understand with season 3, we're going to have a little bit more definition around these are the disciples. This is kind of more or less their job description, but maybe it's not going to go exactly how they think it's going to. Talk to me a little bit to set up season 3.
Yeah, well, it's interesting that you say that, because in the first season, I say nothing else matters. If the Messiah is here, anything is possible. And there's this release of tension and anxiety. But what Andrew didn't understand was that it's not easy, and that life will still be challenging, if not more challenging, following in this lifestyle. And that really comes to fruition in season 3. You see the challenges. You see what it would be like to tell your family members, like, I'm going on the road, I won't have food, any other clothes than the clothes on my back, and I'm just going to put surrender and hope for the best. And you see the disciples not sure if that will, even though Jesus says you will be all right, it's hard to believe, and I'm excited for people to see how that plays out this season.